all nine. All nine, all nine.
Ladies and gentlemen.
MCAP, Movement for Change and Prosperity.
MCAP family, work wisely. All nine, all nine. Vote all nine. This time, yes we will. Yes we will.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little moved by this occasion because we are sitting on the future of Montserrat. The town is next door. And tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about value. Because in all my travels, and everybody I've listened to talk about value, there are really only two types of value. What you have now and what you're planning to do in the future.
Yes.
Present value and future value. But tonight I want to talk to you about housing, because I watched as an 8-year-old, as my mother said, we are going to build a better house. We had a wooden house, half of it wood, half concrete, changed it to all blocks and concrete. And you know what I heard in London at a funeral? A man named Tony Carty. Those of you who know him as Enki. He said, your mother made me get the confidence to become a contractor. Because that very house is the first house I ever built. Just goes to show, when a community works together, we can create value that lasts for generations. Ladies and gentlemen, the land that you're sitting on, with these buildings that they're taking pictures of and putting on the internet, that very land could be used in a few years, maybe starting even this year, to create some of the nicest homes in the world.
Yes.
And why would we want to give it up?
Yes.
We are sitting on the future of Montserrat.
Yes.
The town is right down the street. Anybody remember Town Hill? From back across the way? Those who lived there were within walking distance of wealth.
Come over here now.
You, Davy Hill,
Yes.
are within walking distance of future wealth.
Yes.
Don't give up now.
Yes.
Don't change course now.
Always.
NCAP represents power.
Yes.
NCAP represents wealth.
Yes.
NCAP represents your future.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you of one thing. 5 years ago, I started out on this journey to help change the basic nature of Montserrat. And what have we done? We wrote a plan for the improvement of schools. It had 5 parts in it. We worked on the 5 parts: leadership and management, curriculum improvement, teaching and learning, teaching standards, and community partnerships. We went into every school building, converted the principals into the leaders of training, made them in charge of their staff in terms of providing professional development. And what did we have just a few weeks ago? The first Caribbean primary exit exam, assessment exam. What happened? The government school won.
Yes.
Your school,
Yes.
the school you're more likely to go to, NCAP.
Yes.
How do we turn around and say? How do we turn around and say that we're not working hard enough? It is all a fake. It is all a trick. If your school left from 3rd place and went to the top, isn't that work?
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, it did not just happen so. We said, look, schools are places for teaching and learning. Schools are places for students to excel, for teachers to be comfortable. And look at what we have done. Lookout School is now the best primary school in the Caribbean. You can't go to Trinidad, you can't go to Jamaica, you can't go to Antigua, you can't go anywhere up and down these islands and find a school like that. MCAP brought that to you. MCAP insisted on it. Can't go nowhere. You have land here, turn your house into an excellent place. It's 4 times we expanded our house in St. Patrick's. 4 times. First time my brother funded it. He had a job paying him a little bit over $70 a month. Brave enough to go to the bank and take a loan. Help my mother. He did it again. 3rd time, 4th time. My sisters and I said no. Older brother, you have done enough. Now it's our turn. And we took on the risk and helped our mother, helped our family to get a better place. You can do that right here. Why are we giving up on the processes that we have perfected? We invented smartness in construction. We invented it. We know how to build and add on and build over and break down and build up again. So why they want to go take your picture and put it on the internet? I want to see. I would have liked to have seen. Let me put it properly. The person who could have walked into my mother's house and take a picture to go put it on the internet, she would have find them wherever they be. She would have find them wherever they be and put them in their place. And she would not have stopped until she got a settlement. That is an insult. That's an insult.
A big one.
And they're doing it as if it's a favor they're doing you. Protect your family's integrity. Don't let nobody in your house with your camera. Don't let nobody do that. Is not value. That is not doing any good for you. And ladies and gentlemen, if the schools are working, your children have a chance. We have gone out and gotten scholarships. Never before has a Minister of Education gone to the St. Augustine campus or any of the campuses and gotten the principal to give a scholarship for months or never before.
Watch the flag.
And a young lady came to me in basketball and said, Minister Riley, I want to go to UAS. So which campus you going? She says, Mona. I said, switch your application to St. Augustine if they have the program you want to do, and I will support you. In March, she get a check for all the tuition she paid. They give her back her money. Give her back her money. Because when I travel, I watch everybody straight in the face. They are my equals. And I speak to them with confidence. And I had the opportunity to say to Professor Clement Sankat, a Guyanese who is the head of the St. Augustine campus, Professor Sankat, let us work together. Minister of Education Montserrat, Principal of St. Augustine campus, and we are going to do what academia ought to do.
That's right.
We are going to invest in rebuilding a place. We are going to invest in one of the owners of the university. And he said, Minister, I cannot not support you with that. I have the letter on my computer where he awarded the Rebuild Montserrat Scholarship. Davy Hill, your children are the beneficiaries of that. I am not going back to university. I go 3 times. No. If you are turn next, you got next. And you must make sure, we will make sure, that there's scholarships. I was about to read you something off my Facebook. Speaking to a former colleague from America, he said to me, we have a great nursing school. And I said to him, do you have scholarships? That's 2 nights ago. I'm still hunting. I'm still out there searching. I'm not giving up. No. Because more of our children will get the education to make them the professionals that their intellect gives them the capacity to do. And hear what? You ever listen to the radio when they're advertising jobs? The jobs with the highest qualification, how much they paying? 202,000. Why you children can't work for 202,000 a year? What wrong with 202,000? Why do we have to get somebody from England? We could get somebody from David Hill. So we gonna educate the children, create the best schools. I want to talk just a little bit about healthcare. And I want you to join me in saying the following two words. Sounds familiar? Everything that we have planned in the Ministry of Health, with the permanent secretary, the chief medical officer, 3 of them I work with. Now we hear it on radio. Sound familiar? They are giving us an endorsement by taking all of the work we have done and saying they're going to do it. We done the work already. The hospital done finance. The hospital done fund. $5 million for equipment, including a new ambulance that is coming soon. $5 million for equipment. And they're on the internet raising 4,000 US. We have 2 million US sitting in an account, waiting to spend a defibrillator, CAT scan machine, ambulance, new beds. The beds coming in this month. Wow. They're talking about they want to do all of this fanciness that we don't do already. So what they going to do it over? They want to do it over? Give me a break. We have already done the planning. When I took over the Ministry of Health, I said to the permanent secretary, we are going to emphasize 2 things. Healthcare improvement through the hospital and additional training for our staff, and working with our professionals abroad to bring them home more often than they were coming before. We can't claim that we started, but we have given it new life. Yes. And that is what leadership is about. I called Dr. Daly myself and I asked him, Dr. Lanval Joe Daly, Monstration gynecologist, University of Toronto hospital leader, are you interested in being our dean for visiting medical specialists? And you know what he said? Certainly, Minister, I'm with you. He has come down at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, doing the clinics in gynecology. Now, the last time he came in, you know who he brought with him? Dr. Jain, a Pakistani, I think, who is a urologist. All the men with issues surrounding prostate health could come to the hospital then, and all of a sudden somebody has it as a plan to do. We don't do it already!
I agree, you don't call nobody name. No.
They have a plan. I'm not calling any name. But all I'm saying, if this team is already doing it, and you are saying you're going to do it, you know what you're doing? You're giving us an endorsement. You're saying we're doing a great job. So why change? Why change? We're doing a great job. I am on my computer trying to find scholarships for the nurses. We sent 5 of them away last year. 5 of them away last year. 5. 3 went for the midwifery. 1 went for psychiatric care, and the other 1 went for general nursing management. 5 people in 1 year from a hospital with 50 nurses. 10% of the nursing staff went abroad for training. And we say we're going to train people. Sound familiar? We've done it already. All we need, keep doing it. So why change? MCAP is here. MCAP represents value. When your children get sick, all you need to do, call me or call your doctor. Call the permanent secretary. Call somebody. Because you know what? We have a program in place. We have a program in place that we have worked on. We met some of it there and we have mastered it now. All of you, every single one of you, we have a plan to sort you out when you have a medical need. Every single one. We leave nobody out. We treat nobody differently. Everybody gets the same treatment. And we are working. Now there's a man here. I want to speak about sports as my last thing. There's a man here in the audience whose name I won't call. As soon as I became the Minister for Sport, and I said to Honorable Wayne, who was the Parliamentary Secretary assigned for Sport, I said, Jermaine, you are going to do every other sport. Please allow me to do cricket. The first thing I did, new covers for the park, new covers for the pitch. When I'm up in Boston, there was a certain president of the Cricket Association picture all over the internet. Said that Munster had leaky covers at Sailing Park. And I made a pledge to myself, anytime that I go back to Munster, that's not happening again. Now we have the best covers in the Caribbean, right out there. Go down there and check it. Now, the gentleman was brought back and made curator of parks. We bought a roller for $44,000 and the roller can't steer. What was the response of this minister? Buy another one. Now Munster does 2 motorized rollers. Where else in the region you see that? And anytime the children want to play, the park is there for them. All they need to do, call the sports department, and instruction is given, and the pitch is ready. Now we have women playing cricket like crazy. More women down there playing cricket than men. You think we're going to turn back? No. We're bringing back Sailing Park shortly. It's a bit of a challenge. We put a lot of resources into Little Bay to make sure it's up to standard. Then we're going back to Salem next. The pitch is almost ready and the outfield is almost ready. And Salem will come back too. But let me just talk for a moment about 2 people from Davy Hill. There's a little boy here, he's 13. Can't call his name. I started a program called Sunday Nets. No cricket playing. We went and we started playing every Sunday. The young man came and he ran away and went to the beach. Halfway during the practice, I went to the sea to look for him. And I said to him, come here, you, come out the water. He straightened up. I said, come out the water. Yes, Mr. Riley. I said, next time you come to my practice, you wait till you finish to leave. All right, Mr. Riley. And from that day until now, he has never misbehaved in my practice again. Another one, we gave him a gear bag on Sports Day in 2013. You know how much money we paid for it? $2,200. The bat alone in that gear bag cost $800. And we are happy to do that for the young people who express an interest in playing the game at a very high level. Now that is leadership, that is what we're going to continue to deliver, and we are not turning back now. So remember, MCAP, all night, down the line, keep the standards high, keep the value going, keep the idea strong, don't ever give up, all night, all yellow, vote for MCAP.
MCAP, Movement for Change and Prosperity.